go with Narsu. Okay, but keep it crisp, everybody now. Okay, Narsu, over to you.
Yeah. Dave, I really wanted to share about one of the most powerful point that you talked about, BMW. And I, I want to share very quickly about myself. For almost a decade, I was holding on to one story, and this story was true story, but it was not helping me. The story was some people in my life who were very close to me, they took advantage of me. It put me into a lot of problem, and I was continuing with the story in my mind over and over and over again. It was a true story, but I only grew when I dumped this story, and I continued BMW. I continued BMW for long, long years. And I want to share this. We can ask ourselves, what is the story that we are running in our mind? It doesn't matter if it's a true story. What matters is this story taking you forward, or is the story putting you down or taking you backward? That's my time. I'm done speaking. This is Nasr. Thank you.
Very powerful and quick. Shabazz?
Thanks for the opportunity. I'll be very quick with this. Denying the grassroots problem. As simple as that. Thank you, Dave. Over to you.
Sorry, I missed that. What is that?
Denying the grassroots problem.
Wow, that's so quick and crisp, man.
Over
Thank you so
to you,
much.
Dave. Over to you.
Thank you for being very precise and being waiting very patiently. Thank you so much, Mohammed.
I'll keep it quick. You know, a lot of people out there are fault finders. They are not problem solvers, right? It's okay to see the fault. If you want to be successful, just don't end there seeing the fault in everything. Rather than complaining about what's wrong, something surrounding, find out how you can make it right. And I think most of the successful people are trying to do that, right? So rather than being fault finders, be problem solvers out there.
Powerful. Very nice. Vibin, my man, you've been waiting patiently for a very, very long time. And, thank you for allowing us to host this room in All India Startup. Guys, please follow this room. Sorry, please follow the club where we're having amazing conversation with amazing people. Please follow. And also follow all the mods, all the speakers who have really inspired you. Even as a one line has made a difference, man, you should follow them because they will change your life. So, Vibin, over to you, brother.
No, I think Dave, thanks a lot for hosting this under All India Startups. I think this has been a brilliant room. The only reason why I wasn't speaking was I was just intently listening and then taking notes. But yeah, quickly, 2 pointers that I want to add is one, I mean, for me, it's okay to complain, but then do something about it, right? All of us kind of like feel unhappy about certain things, but then the trick is actually in doing something about it. So that's one. The second thing that I want to talk about is shallow thinking. I think that is an absolutely brilliant point. Shallow thinking, I think all of us are definitely like we do that like most times, right? So for me personally, you can get to a certain level purely by shallow thinking, but then if you want to up your game, if you want to play at a higher level, then I think you need to do mindful thinking, and there are multiple tools you can use to do that. So I mean, I will rest my points there. I think thanks a lot for this.
Are you speaking or no? Okay, we're not able to hear you, Ricky. Okay, anyways, yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So what I said, interesting pieces you shared with Ron and Saju and everybody. Really great to hear the points, and I think all made a lot of sense. So now my question is, related to the point which was very interesting was which you made was to hang out with the millionaires. So when you say that, business, their brand. I mean, what's been your experience so far? I see you a lot in many rooms, and I think probably I've seen you many times. So I'm just curious to know what's been your experience, and would
Brilliant.
successful.
Yeah, Ricky, thank you so much. Brilliant question, and I love it. And it probably is going to open everybody's new perspective now. Do millionaires hang around in Clubhouse? I mean, my answer is yes. I'm one of them. Ron is there, and I'm sure a few more people are here. Sajju is there, and Fahad is there. I'm sure a few more people are there who are already making millions. I don't know about others, but I'm telling you, there are a lot of millionaires who join Clubhouse, and I'm telling you, I've spent last 5 hours, in fact, more than 5 hours on Clubhouse. We started two rooms. First room at 2 o'clock to 5, and now this room from 5 to 7, 7:10 in different rooms, and that is my answer. The second question is, what about the other people who are successful, not unsuccessful? I would say everybody is successful in their own ways, in their own perspective. Doesn't mean that they have to be a millionaire to be successful. But if you say there's somebody who is still yet to make it big in terms of financial success, and probably from Sajju after this. Ron, you want to add something to that?
Yeah, was that Ricky that asked that question? Was that you,
Yeah,
Ricky?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
sorry,
that was
it's kind of,
yeah.
I didn't see. Yeah, I heard the voice, but I wasn't sure. Okay, Ricky, great question, and I think Dave has summarized it really well. What is perspective and what is context? Perspective. So content is when you know what answers you're seeking. Perspective and context is to know the questions. What do you really need to know? That's the thing. Why do you want to hang out with millionaires? That's the question. But there is an exchange of energy that happens when two human beings interact. There is a physical exchange of energy that happens. And that's why Napoleon Hill talked about the concept of the mastermind. There is people who are highly self aware and they're consciously creating the life and lifestyle that they want, and they're consciously adding value to others, are vibrating at a very different vibrational frequency compared to a lot of people who are finding themselves stuck and stagnating. So that means they're emitting a whole different level of thoughts, perspectives, beliefs, and values. And when that exchange of energy happens, people are transformed. That's why people say your income can never be more than the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Why does that happen? Because our mindsets and perspectives either rise or fall to the level of the people that we spend time with. Now, the problem with ignorance, and there's the paradox of ignorance, it takes considerable knowledge to realize the extent of your ignorance. See, that's the paradox. The more I learn, the more I realize how little I know. And that's the starting point of wisdom. Right? So you're in the right club right now. But the question is, what is it going to do? Why do you want to hang out with millionaires? Is it because you're seeking the answers? Work out the questions, and you'll be surprised how you'll start to identify where the answers are. And most people want to quickly get to the answers. They don't even know what the questions to ask. So the point is, why do you want to hang out with millionaires? Why do you want to be with successful people? That's something to reflect on. What area of your life are you looking to elevate, and why, and in what way? And that's why Dave said it's not necessarily just people who, if you want to be around people who have, if you say, for example, you want to increase your financial results, then it makes sense for you to be around millionaires. But keeping in mind, people can make millions in many different ways. What if somebody's inherited wealth? What if somebody inherited $20 million in wealth and now their net worth is $5 million? They've just lost $15 million and you're hanging out with them because they've got $5 million, never putting into context that they actually lost 15 million. Or you could hang out with somebody who's got 3 million, but they started with zero. So you've really got to identify, you've got to dissect. You can't accept things at the surface level. And this goes back to one of the points we discussed today, is about not to be a surface level thinker, be a deep thinker. But again, this is just food for thought. I hope that helps.
Thank you, Ron. Always a pleasure to discuss with you. Thank you. I think, yes, I would agree with you that deep insight is what's
Very powerful. Thank you, Ricky, for the question. But I'm very curious to listen to Sajju.
So, Ricky, when you asked this question, I asked myself, why am I here on Clubhouse, and not doing some other activity out there? And it's a story I'd like to just share. I had a phenomenal mentor who had at simultaneously 99 businesses that he ran at the same time. It was just awesome. I would never met a serial entrepreneur like him, and I don't think so. I will ever see someone in my lifetime who was as awesome as him. Now he would make easily, and I'm talking about probably 1999 when we did this calculation. He at in the year 1999 would make about 150 million dollars cash profit. That means if he burnt that money, he would have another 150 million in his bank accounts next year. And this person was probably one of the most generous people that I've ever met in my life. He gave so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much else in terms of connections and helping people, that I would always be surprised and awe of him. Now he asked of all of us who are his students, he asked us saying, make sure that before you leave this world, you have given as much as you have received, if not more. At least give back as much as you have received. He had passed away recently, and I felt that I had not lived up to the promise that we had made to him. I had personally made to him, saying, I will give back. And luckily, when I found the Clubhouse, I found this as a fantastic. I never connected with Facebook or Instagram. I never found those mediums as interactive, but with Clubhouse, I found this to be a phenomenally interactive medium where I can give to people and fulfill the promise that I had made to my mentor. Now, to remind you, yesterday or a few days earlier, we had Dr. Velumani on some of the rooms on Clubhouse. Now, he is a person, as the founder of Thyrocare, sold off his business for 5,000 crore rupees. And he is spending his time on Clubhouse, sharing his knowledge, his punchlines, the Velumani punchlines, so freely and openly with everybody. And this is something that I have noticed time and time again. People who have made wealth, that is not the important part. The wealth is a byproduct. It's the value that they have received, and they are grateful for all that they have received, and they feel that responsibility that they need to give back into the universe. What to give back to the universe in many ways what they have received, and put that energy back. So all of us, if you see, if you are millionaires or much more, I have even found a few billionaires here. Once in a while, I think Elon Musk was on Clubhouse as well. They are here giving back, and it's for you to take this. And like Ron said, like Dave said, right? Have the right questions, and there are people who will help you find the answers. With that said, Dave.
Very powerful. Very powerful. I think we should end it on this high note. I think we should end this room in a high note. Thank you, Ricky, for a beautiful question, and thank you everybody, each and everybody. I know we have a lot to share, a lot to give, but you know what? This is not the only avenue. We will have more avenue. We'll have more rooms like this. But make sure that guys, everybody, follow all the speakers, all the mods. All the speakers are actually mods only, right? So please don't think that they're not mods. They're just speakers. They're all amazing. We're gonna have this room again and again for all the people who want to have free gift. Free gift. Send me a message. Two messages. If you want two gifts, send me two messages. First message, just type DM on my Instagram. Just write book, BOOK. I have a free gift for you. It's gonna blow your mind. It's a best-selling author, best-selling book. 80% mindset, 20% skills. It's got more than 500 plus reviews on Amazon, reviewed by multimillionaire like Dan Lok. It's gonna blow your mind. Second is I'm hosting a session, a private session, not on Clubhouse, but in my Zoom room. It is how to attract high-paying clients, how to get high-paying clients for your business. It took me a long time to understand this, but within the 3 years, I went from charging 1 lakh and attracting high-paying clients from there to even now I charge 5 lakh, 7 lakh, 10 lakhs per client, per mentee. I still attract a lot of people. We ran an event recently in the month of May, 3-day event where we generated about 1 million in revenue from just 500 people who attended the session. And that is one of the biggest, largest revenue generating events in India in self development in terms of revenue. So if you want to learn, I'm going to share a lot of my secrets there. So I want to give away free passes to you guys. Just go to DM in Instagram, just type money. Okay, just type money, and you will have the link, and you will be added to the groups, and you will get the information. It's happening on 28th, if I'm not mistaken. It's coming, let me just give you exact date. It's happening on, it's happening on 28th, which is Wednesday, 7:30 to 9:30. Okay, that's going to be on Zoom, not on Clubhouse. But at the same time, I do share a lot of knowledge and wisdom on Clubhouse as well, and I bring a lot of amazing people, like all the people you see here, Anubhav, Shania, right? Thank you, all of you, Sajju, Fahad, all of you guys, Aditi, Nasru, Ricky, thank you so much for joining. Sukhdev, my friend, thank you so much. We bring all these amazing people to share more and more knowledge. So make sure you follow all the people, connect with me offline, and then if there's anything I can do, please feel free to DM me. Thank you, all the amazing people. I'll leave the room open for 10 seconds, and so that we can everybody follow each other, and I'll see you next time. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.
They've just wanted to give one last reply to Saju. I just muted.
Yeah, please go.
Okay, Saju, thanks for that wonderful answer, and everyone else who answered. I come from a gifting space and been a veteran in gifting, and whenever I get a chance to speak, I always say, the intention of giving is more important than what you gift and how you gift. So, on that note, thank you, coaches, Dev, Ron, Saju, and keep giving and keep inspiring the world. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, everybody. See you.